Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are in Oslo airport and I will be talking a little bit more about the load sheet because the load sheets or let's say the third-party developers of the airplane are making load sheet properly. It's okay, it is you are moving within your flight envelope, but in real life there are plenty of things behind which we have to encounter with. So I am currently at Oslo airport and with Zibo mod 737 because this is a nice example. Okay, so let's jump to the cockpit, okay, and go to the tablet. And as you can see, we can make a few configurations. We can make a configuration for this type of seating capacity. Okay, so let's assume that we are economical flights, so we need to carry as much as possible passengers on board, so I will keep a 189er. And now we have bunch of the options. Okay, and here it is a time to explain what means what. Okay, so as the first we must determine what is the passenger weight. Okay, and how we calculate with this weight. In real life, when electronic flight bags come into the force, there is load sheet computation, really simple, but if you would like to compute the load sheet via EFB, you must know the terminology and you must know what to put there. Otherwise it is unuseful. Okay, so for example, we have male standard weight, we have female and kid standard weight. Okay, and now we have forward aft galley compartment and forward cabin compartment and forward attendant aft compartment. That means that these are the numbers of the weights for the flight attendants, and this is the numbers of the galleys in front and in aft compartment. So in order to mess up, it's hard to explain it to you how it works in real life, but if you look at the, for example, first picture, okay, so I will show you. There is clearly depicted that if you have 30 passengers on board, you can use the standardization weight of passengers of 84 kilograms. This 84 kilograms means that this is the standard weight of the passenger with hand baggage, which is 5 kilograms. Okay, if you are in some circumstances in doubt and your load sheet looks like that you are heavy, you can divide it into the male and female. So that means that for example, for our cases, I put this number. Okay, and this will be the male, this will be the standard weight of the passenger, not male. Okay, standard passenger. Okay, and if you look at the chart, always when you are above your maximum landing weight, we can make some procedure in which we can with the paperwork make flight legal because we divided the passengers into the males and females. So that's why I will put 88, okay, and females 70, and childs are the same for all the flight, okay. And so this is the computation, okay. And now we have the computation which is valid for the holiday charter flights. And as you can see, the sentence right over there, it's quite complicated, but I will try to make it as the simplest way as it possible to you. Imagine that somebody is going into some destination. So he is not a businessman which is flying, for example, from Prague to Brussels, and he will carrying only the hand baggage with notebook or let's say some documentation on board. So usually those passengers don't have the checked baggage. But holiday charters are slightly different. Why? Because they have less checked baggage, less hand baggage, but more checked baggage, okay, on board. That's why we can lower this number, okay. So in this case, we put the standard all adult 76 kilograms per passengers, which is incorporated 5 kilograms of hand baggage. If we are still not comfortable with the weight, so we are still heavy, we can divide it into the males and into the females. Again, the childs are always the same. Okay, I will stay with this configuration of tablet because we need it for further calculations. Let's go to the baggage. As you can see on the picture, we have standard masses with passengers, or let's say with the airplanes, passengers 20, seating capacity 20 or more. But this is the recommended, okay. So if your airline choose, for example, that within your flight ticket you have 20 kilograms of checked baggage, it's up to them. But this is the lowest numbers you have to account with, okay. So with intercontinental 15 kilograms, within European region 13 kilograms of baggage. And this is the advice how to adjust your sim brief setting, okay. So, and now we are going to the part which is slightly let's say different. As you can see, we have basic empty weight. I would like to put the things into the right way for those of you who are flying from Europe, because in Europe we are using the basic operating mass, okay, not the weight, basic operating mass. And what is the basic operating mass? It means that you have a fully empty airplane, but airplane contains unusable fluids like hydraulic fluids, like for example, let's say a fuel, okay, within the pipes, potable water, and emergency safety equipment, okay. So if we go back and we will delete everything from this, watch what happens, okay. So I'll put 0 here, I'll put 0 here, 0 here, and 0 here. Okay, so in this case we have no passengers on board, no catering, nothing is on board. Okay, no passengers, and this is a tricky situation because if you look here, we have operating 80 weight. Again, for the users of European countries, it means that we have dry operating mass. And as you can see, there is 60 kilograms difference. And why is the difference 60 kilograms? Because we don't know from this tablet what is the crew composition in flight deck. Okay, we can adjust the weight with the passengers, we can adjust the weight with the cabin crews, and so on and so on, but there is nothing stated about the flight crew. And as you can see, before the empty airplane, if we have fully empty airplane, the dry operating mass and dry operating basic operating mass will be the same, but it's not same. So that means that Zibo has a counter that somebody is in cockpit. But 600 of kilograms of cockpit, that means that one pilot, weight of the one pilot is 300 kilograms. Okay, does it make sense for you? For me, no. Okay, so this is basically the first part, and the first picture I will show you, this picture. Here you can see the first are 737-400 and then later 737-800. Okay, and you can see the basic operating mass and basic operating index, and then you can see maximum zero fuel mass, maximum takeoff mass, maximum landing mass. Okay, why mass? Again, these are the let's say these are the correct, but the correct composition. Okay, so anyway, so let's go, for example, to another thing and another part. Okay, so we have discussed the baggage, we have discussed what are the passenger weights. We don't discuss the weights of the flight crew. Okay, and as you can see from the picture about, we have some airplane which is called with the registration OM XXX. Okay, and now you can see that flight crew from the table it's clearly stated that it has to be two pilots. One pilot, according to the operational procedure manual, validation with EASA operationals, each pilot should have the weight 85 kilograms with his hand baggage. Okay, and now we see the index as well. There are CC front, that means cabin crew in the front, and as you can see, because we are looking at the table of the NG right now, so it's two. Okay, and one cabin crew has the 75 kilograms with with included 5 kilograms of hand baggage, and this is the applied same for the aft compartment. But this is the crew composition. As you can see right now, uh, 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 the Boeing 737 has to have 800, I mean 800, because 700, the minimum crew on board, cabin crew on board is 3, and on 737, 800 is 4, okay? So, we can go to the tablet back, and we can adjust our crew composition. So, if one cabin attendant weight is 75 kilograms with hand baggage, so that means that I put standard composition of crew is 2 and 2, so I will put 150, okay, and 150 on the back, okay, and we can go to another chart, okay. There is the observer jump seat, okay. As we have in jump seat, maximum jump seat of 2, so we should apply the corrections for 2 guys on the jump seat. And now here we are coming to the pantry adjustment. What is the pantry adjustment? Here you can see CF, Charlie Foxtrot, Charlie Hotel, Charlie Echo, Charlie Neil. What does it mean? That this is the masses per guy, okay, and as you can see, this is the total pantry code, okay. So, and the total index, which is used for loadsheet computation. So in our case, for example, if we are flying to some destination and flying back and we have full meal, so we are going to have the Charlie full loading, okay. So I will put in front of 445, okay, and now on the aft compartment 570, like this one. And now we have properly set up the airplane, but as I said before, we don't know why it's the difference, why it's in cockpit 600 kilograms, why each crew member, because it has to be at least 2, because it's MCC, why one pilot has 300 kilograms, I don't know, okay. And as we are on the flight simulator, we can hardly adjust it and let's say make some decision, okay. So and as you can scroll down, you can see the packs cabin and distribution. So that means between rows how many packs you can put where, okay. It's a little bit more advanced for the captain, how to distribute the passengers if you have the trouble, for example with some unforeseen circumstances and so on. So so make it like this one. We are performing the standard flight from Wien to Corfu, okay. So in this case we are making the catering for both legs. So we have Charlie full. We have standard crew composition, that means 2 guys in the cockpit, and 4 cabin attendants in the here in the cabin compartment, and we have full loading. So we have serving the meal while one leg and the leg coming home. So we can easily find it with the table, as you can see, and we have 2/4, that's our crew composition, and Charlie full, okay. That means that our dry operating mass right now will be 43,230 kilograms, and dry operating index it's 46/24. And now we are going to the point. Why is it let's say why we why we need these pantry codes? It's very simple, because if you can see for example the load sheet, like here now, here you have pantry code, so then you can write the pantry code, and from the table dry operating mass, and this is the last minute change. And what is the last minute change? Okay, a last minute change, it's when we have suddenly, for example, another passenger on board which was trying to get to the board later on. Okay, so last minute change, this is valid for 400, but it's valid as well for 800. If it is below 200 kilograms, basically nothing happens. We just put it right over there. There's the difference. Okay. Within the numbers between 200 and 500 kilograms, we have to correct the load sheet a little bit. Okay. And if there are last minute change more than 500 kilograms, for example the football team, it's right on board, so we have to prepare the new load sheet. Okay, why I'm explaining this? Because yeah, you have basic load sheet on flight sim, but you have to know what's going on. Okay, and with this load sheet, I am not telling you how to fill the load sheet, but you have everything here, and this is the correct procedure, and yeah, basically that's it. And there was another point what I would like to figure out. It's maximum numbers of passengers. Okay, so for example, if you are flying to Skiathos, you have to book the airplane according to performances. But if you are flying to the destinations which are basically very long runways, and you have no performance limitations, as you can see from the table above, for example, I will pick up the first one, NG, and you can see that the maximum flight crew on board should be 3. Okay, so that means that there is only one jump seat on board, and the one jump seat on board is crucial, and it's always on all of the Boeing 737, because the crews must perform the line checks and trainings and so on. So one jump seat for training captain or instructor or examiner should be there. Maximum cabin crew is 6, as you can see, and maximum or let's say maximum seats for passengers is 189, but a maximum percent of board it's 198. Why? Because infants are no longer related to any weight. Okay, so it's not the children, it's just the small baby, and that's why, for example, the Boeing 737 with seating capacity 189 has, for example, 190 pics on boards, okay, it's because the infants are included, okay. So that's it. I hope you liked this video and see you next time soon. Bye.